Welcome to today's ERQnA. Once again, I am outside over here chilling, so I apologize for the wind, but you still should be able to hear me pretty well. So today's ERQnA episode is coming to you all the way from Botswana, okay? So the Neo had a question, okay? She is from Botswana and she wanted to start a food catering company, but she was struggling with two big things, and we're going to address that on today's ERQnA. So the first challenge she had was that she was wondering, can she be able to start a business if there's already a lot of people who are doing food catering in Botswana? And the other number two thing was about, well, how do you go with the business model? So today's Q&A question is really, how do you start a food catering company in a competitive market? So the first thing I want to address on the whole competitive market, if there's already people who are doing things and you're not sure if you should still be able to do it. Well, here's the thing. If you look at all the companies that are huge right now, they also face the same question when they started, because here's the thing, there's always going to be competitors. And there's always going to be people who tell you, well, you cannot succeed because there are already people doing it. That's false. That's the whole point of disrupting a market. If you look at Amazon, when Amazon was starting, Jeff Bezos was told by what is it called? The one store, I forgot what it's called, Noble something, Books and Noble, whatever it's called. Barnes and Noble, there we go, Barnes and Noble was telling them that they're going to go out of business. They're going to crush them. Other competitors like, Walmart and all these big retail stores were all telling Jeff Bezos that they're going to crush him. But little did they know, Jeff had a different plan on how he was going to execute for his company. And now guess what's happening? Now, well, first of all, Barnes & Noble cannot even compete with Amazon right now. But Walmart is competing with Amazon, and Walmart is now at a point where Amazon has the competitive advantage. So for you, the first question you asked about should you be able to still start a company in a competitive market for food catering, the answer is yes, especially when you mentioned here you love catering. If you love something, then you need to pursue it no matter what it is, okay? Because that's something that you love and you should fight for it. So number one, yes, you should still pursue it as long as you have a competitive advantage on how you're going to beat out your other people in the market who are doing it. And then the second question is, what business model should you use for food catering? Now, as you know, I am a tech person, so I'm not going to be able to have as much experience in the food industry, but business is business when it comes down to this basics. The number one, when it comes to food, the one thing I know is you need to specialize on something. You need to look at your market right now and see what everybody else is doing for food catering. And then you need to ask yourself, what are you good at? What is the one thing that your competitors are not going to be able to touch you on? And then you want to specialize on that, okay? I don't want you to go and start selling like 50 different types of food or 50 different mixes of food. You don't want to do that, especially when you're starting off in your food catering. If you specialize on a few things, then that means you can be able to scale on those few things. That means you can have a competitive advantage by where you're the only person in your area who can be able to provide such good dishes. And the other good thing is this, when you have a small choice of what people can select, guess what that means? That means you know what your people are going to want, and you can be able to prepare for the demand. And the reason why you're going to do that in the beginning is because if you look at the big restaurants and big chains and stuff like that, they specialize on a small number of food, okay? They're known for that one cookie, okay? They're known for their desserts. They're known for their, nice, awesome chicken, whatever it might be, whatever mixes of food they might have. They're known for one special thing. And that special thing is what got them into the door. And as soon as you get in the door, then you can be able to start going wider. Then you can be able to start saying like, well, I'm specializing in let's say, for example, you're specializing in, samosas or something. And then from there, you're like, well, I'm going to start introducing mandazi. I'm not sure if you have mandazi in Botswana, or maybe donuts. Some people basically look at them as donuts. And you can be able to specialize in other different things. And then from there, what you want to do is create a culture of how you make your food. You want to make sure the food basically tastes the same every time. That's why people want to order from you. And then you can be able to scale with your own unique recipe. Okay, so you see what we went from? We went from talking about what are you going to specialize in? What's going to get people in the door? And then from there, how are you going to start scaling it? What's the next dish you're going to introduce? And then once you introduce the new dish, then you might start looking at you stabilizing on those two main dishes and then looking at how to expand and reach out to more people. So that's where you're going to need to hire more staff members. And those staff members are going to want to know how to cook your same exact food, taste the same exact way, because guess what? People expect the same thing. When you go to a restaurant, excuse me here, when you go to a restaurant, you expect to eat the same kind of thing. You don't want to go to a restaurant and day 1 it tastes good, day 2 it sounds like they put too much oil, day 3 too much salt, day 4 they added sugar. So you see what I'm trying to say here? You want to create a consistency because that's what people want to buy from you. And those are the basic tips I have when it comes to food catering. Now, of course, you probably want to go and research more in detail and be able to find more different ways that's more suited towards your industry. You always want to look at how you can be able to innovate, how you can be able to disrupt the market. If people are placing catering orders manually, then try and find a way to digitalize it. Trying to bring technology into your business as much as possible because we live in the age of technology. And then also you want to market as using digital, okay? You want to market using Facebook, you want to market using WhatsApp. You want to provide promotions. You want to be like, hey, the first 20 people I'm going to cater for, we're going to give you 20% off, okay? It's going to be on us. You want to be able to even introduce other different things. If you're doing food catering, then that means you're going to be working with events. So you want to go look at people who are doing events and promotions in your area. And then you want to partner with them and tell them like, hey, whoever you're going to be working on your event will give you 20% off, and you can be able to use that as a promotion for your own events company. You want to start partnering with people who are going to become your allies in this business war, okay? Because business is war. You're going to need some allies. You're going to need some people who are going to be able to bring you to your customers, okay? And also, you do not just want to focus on family and friends. You want to break out of that zone as soon as possible, because if you want to succeed even more, you're going to want to get outside people who do not know who you are. All they care for is your food, okay? And then also you're going to create good customer relationship, because food is something that people take care of a lot of, not as in it's something that's very personal. It's a very personal service. You're going to be eating it, they're going to be digesting it, they're going to be enjoying it. So you want to make sure it's an experience when they order from you. All right? So I hope Neo, I hope I was able to answer your questions. Once again, I don't have a whole lot of experience in food catering, but those are the general business rules that I would apply no matter what industry I'm in. But of course, I was able to customize it to food catering, and I hope I was able to answer your question. All right? Thank you very much for watching. Anyone else out there who has an ERQnA question, just comment section on Facebook, inbox me on Facebook. That's where most people usually do it. But Instagram and YouTube comments work as well. All right? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on another episode.